Colin Quinn in studio, entertaining everybody today. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. He just gave Jimmy a 10, 15-minute man-to-man back rub.
Yeah.
Man-to-man.
It was a good one, all right.
Norton's suffering from a pinched nerve.
I know.
He hasn't slept, and he just looks miserable.
He really
looks
does.
tired and miserable. We got Dr. Kaku waiting to come on the show. We're going to have him on in a few minutes. He's got a new book out called... Is it his first book? I don't even know.
No, he's had other books.
Jimmy's obsessed
He's
with Dr.
the best-selling author of Hyperspace.
Ah!
It was also one of his books. Hyperspace.
Well, the new book is Physics of the Impossible.
I like how he puts theories, these scientific theories, behind some of the science fiction we've had in the past and on TV shows and stuff. It kind of puts it in perspective, you know? Like time travel, hyperspace, things like that.
Yes. Not to belabor the old image of Anthony, but can you just see him stuffing his nose in Ray Bradbury to just try to shut out the drunken brawl between his family members? I don't want to feel pain. I don't want to feel pain. I want to be in the time travel field.
I want to be able to go back in time.
Time travel.
I want to go back in time.
Hey,
so Anthony, I can help my family.
Practicing the hitch in his swings. Apparently,
I hate physics.
Talking about you hitching your swing on Little League.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. I just want to yell out that I hate physics. But
me too. I failed every
But Jimmy is very interested in Dr. Kaku and his theories, and it should be some very good radio.
You can't not be interested.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to feel like I'm back in high school, like having that feeling like my brain is short circuiting. I'm trying to figure out this physics crap.
How do you think Dr. Kaku would feel if he knows Jimmy's fascinated and he only took one semester at Essex Community College? You're trying to play catch up on your idiocy now. Please don't try it. You're like kind of naturally smart, but you're not well read and you're not educated.
I happen to have a better grasp on theoretical physics than you think. I'm as stupid as they come.
Doesn't Colin make you feel dumb?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Because I know what I am, my limitations. I'm a creep and a kind of a half dummy who thinks he's smart.
Right about now, Dr. Kaku is thinking, where am I? What am I doing here?
I think he'll enjoy this.
Yeah, we'll have some fun.
Do you think he noticed the look of fear in Jim's eyes when Jim asked him some idiotic question? He turned him and Jim was afraid of being exposed. He's like, it's like when voice acted with Jim.
We got Dr. Kaku next. We got Colin Quinn. You staying for the big interview with the physicists?
Yeah.
One of my favorite people. I'm very happy he's here.
Yeah.
You ride with him in an elevator. Shut up.
Oh, boy, I give him the creeps, too.
Maybe because you were 112 on the bestseller list.
Oh, that wasn't even nice.
Well, if I'd gotten a celebrity to write the forward, maybe I would have done
Forward written by Colin Quinn. Oh, that had you hurt.
Oh. Yeah, that didn't help sales, huh?
Now he's just saying, yeah, you're right. I suck. Opie and Anthony, lots going on. Stay there. Moving right along, it's the Opie and Anthony Show. Colin Quinn in studio. And now we welcome Dr. Kaku to the Opie and Anthony Show. I want to start by asking you how well you did on your SATs in high school.
Well, I got 800 in the SATs, and in high school, actually, I built an atom smasher. That's what got me into Harvard. I assembled 500 pounds of transformer steel, 22 miles of copper wire. I blew out every single circuit breaker in my mom's house. Every time the lights went out, my mom would shake her head and say, "Why couldn't I have a son who plays baseball? Maybe if I give him a basketball. And why can't he find a nice Japanese girl? I mean, what's wrong with my son? He built these atom smashers in the garage."
An atom smasher.
Yeah, well, it got me into Harvard, so I can't complain.
I guess not, but how do you do that? How do you just build an atom smasher?
Well,
in high school.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to devour all the stuff. Flash Gordon. I used to watch all the Flash Gordon series. Mm-hmm. But I realized very early in life I didn't have blonde hair. I didn't have muscles, and I was not going to get the girl like in Flash Gordon. But Dr. Zarkov, I mean, he fascinated me. I mean, he was a man who built starships. He was a man who built ray guns and cities in the sky. And I said to myself, that's for me.
Yeah. Wow.
See, Anthony, if your dad didn't get in the way, you could have been Dr.
I know.
Kaku.
I was so
You had very
into
similar
science.
upbringings, but Anthony's
Yeah.
father didn't want him doing any of this stuff.
I see.
Well,
He smashed his
yeah.
microscope and everything as a kid.
I see.
Well-
The fork in the road, right?
Yeah, it was that fork in the road thing, and it was girls and maybe some marijuana,
Oh, no contest.
and then science and my love of science, and boy, that was an easy crossroads. I took the evil road.
Well,
But
so many people are interested in science. Look at the movies, right? All the Hollywood blockbusters. I mean, if you like Star Wars and Star Trek, you're going to love physics of the impossible, because I'm a Trekkie myself. And this book addresses all the things that you see in Back to the Future and the Terminator series and the Time Machine.
so people like looking at that. Also, they like seeing things that were made a few years back and seeing how our advancements kind of tie into shows like Star Trek, where they're walking around with a tricorder and a communicator, and here we have cell phones and PDAs that are similar to what they had in the TV show.
That's right. When you watch Star Trek, I mean, it's like watching something from the 50s, because we have all that stuff now.
Yeah, it's not.
We have everything except transporters and warp drive, and we're working on those, by the way. We have cell phones already, and the transporter, we can already teleport atoms now. This has made big news in the physics community. Shockwaves, we can teleport atoms. One day we will teleport Captain Kirk. There's a catch, though. There's always a catch.
Yeah, what's the catch?
The catch is you have to die going through the transporter.
You have to
You
die.
have to die. And, your body is reconstituted, someplace else with the same memory, the same neural circuits, the same genes. And that Captain Kirk over there says, I'm Captain Kirk. But you just saw Captain Kirk die. And so then where do your soul go? I mean,
So is it making a copy?
it's making a copy.
Like
someplace else.
The Prestige? Like the movie The Prestige.
Oh, yeah.
They were making copies of people, yeah.
Oh, you saw the movie Jumper, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the movie Jumper. Actually, some physicists helped to consult on that movie Jumper.
Really?
Where you disappear and you reappear someplace else, except in real teleportation, you have to die to do it. It's one of the drawbacks of the program.
Boy, that is.
That'd definitely be an asterisk that would keep people from signing
It's
up.
like, hey, you got there fast, but...
Yeah, death is definitely a downer. But there you are, someplace else. Same memory, same personality quirks, same everything. I mean, who is the real you if you just died and there you are someplace else?
All right, so what exactly is, like, the Hubble telescope was built
Yeah.
to see the beginning of time.
That's
and
right.
It's gotten relatively close, but, like, there's something in the way and it can't see the actual, they want to see, like, the explosion, the beginning of it all.
Well, we have baby pictures of the Big Bang now. The explosion itself, we photographed it. Go to the website, nasa.gov, type WMAP, that's the name of the satellite, and we have baby pictures of the explosion. It really looks like an explosion. It's in the microwave region. We can't see the instant, however, of the explosion itself. However, the next generation of space satellites should be able to give us the instant of creation itself, and that's going to be great. We're going to see the universe come out of the womb, and maybe an umbilical cord connecting our infant universe to a parent universe, a parallel universe.
It's so hard to wrap your mind around what was there before the Big Bang, because, there had to be something.
Yeah, well, we think we know what happened before the beginning. The new picture is a bubble bath. Next time you take a bubble bath, each bubble represents a baby universe. We live on the skin of the bubble, just like flies trapped on fly paper. We can't escape. But there are other universes out there. This is called the multiverse idea.
You're freaking me out now.
Yeah,
man.
and believe it or not, in one of these universes, Elvis Presley could still be alive. I mean, blows the mind, right?
Is he healthier or is he, like, still shaped like Colin at the end of the night? See how that hurts Colin when they start poking fun in the middle of a physics discussion?
Yeah,
What?
in a parallel universe.
Oh, no,
you-
Jim. I don't think you really wanted to get me into this, because I wrote down a few of your lines you said to the doctor before you got on
Yeah,
the
they were
air.
having a little small chat before we got back with the
He
show,
was
and Colin
trying-
was...
Jim, if you could have seen, folks,
Observing,
the
yeah.
phoniness.
Yeah.
Norton leaning in the doctor with a bewildered look on his face, going, "What?" I guess this guy's like a fan. Norton starts trying to talk. Here's what he said: "Your book's doing well, though, for a science book to be in the top, because you're competition."
No, what I was saying was... is
No,
that-
that's a direct quote.
No, you
for
missed...
a science book to be in the top, because you're competition.
You took me out of context. That makes me sound like a fool. I was saying is that the book is now number 12 on the bestseller list.
I know.
Which is amazing because you're competing with a lot of non-science books, and for a scientific book
that
to
guys
be,
like you, but you kind of the way you were saying it, the tone, non-science books that guys like us wouldn't sully our hands with, Doctor. I mean, non-science books. Why do you say like your idiotic book? Admit to him that's who he's competing against.
There's just
You're
a lot
nonsense.
of people. A lot of people out there have watched The Terminator. They watched Back to the Future, and they wonder what happens if you go backwards in time.
Right.